Alright guys, what's going on everybody? I just kind of want to make a short video on something that I kind of want to share with you guys, and that's why you should always stick to factory magazines. Now, granted, when it comes with the 1911, there's always different kinds of magazines you can go with, and that may be an exception to this case. But as you guys know, I recently bought that SIG that I fell in love with, my P225 or P6, however you want to look at it. But I'm having a really hard time finding factory magazines for it. And of course, I can get on Gunbroker or eBay and usually find one or two on there, but they're in fairly bad shape, and they're wanting an outrageous price for them. And I've contacted SIG multiple times. They show them on the website, and SIG magazines are always high. That's just part of owning a SIG. Most of the parts on them are high, but they show them on their website, but yet they don't have them in stock. And I've tried about 4 or 5 different places. One of my real good friends runs a gun shop. He is a SIG dealer. He's still working on trying to find me 4 or 5, a factory original magazines for it, which they, obviously they still make them because they're on their website, but they're hard to find and can't keep them in stock. So the other day I stopped by a local gun shop on my way home from work. Me and my cousin Brent were going shooting for a little bit, and was just going in there to pick up some a couple boxes of ammo just in case, just depending on how much we were going to shoot, which I always keep a good bit around, but just wanted to have a couple extra boxes just in case. And it just so happens he did have an aftermarket magazine for my 225, which is this Pro Mag here. And of course you can kind of tell it is a little bit larger magazine. It was the extended magazine that holds 10 round versus the 8 round magazine, which I didn't mind. The only reason I really wanted to get another magazine was for being able to practice, changing out the mags, running drills, things of that nature, because me only having the one mag, it kind of limited what I was able to do as far as training. So I want to do some magazine swaps, being able to change out in the midst of shooting, running a few drills. So, I said, you know what, man, let me take that. I'll give it a try, see how it goes. Previously, I've had this Pro Mag for my P95. Of course, it's the extended magazine, the 32 rounder, and I've never had one bit of trouble out of this. Now, granted, I don't use this a whole lot, but if I go to the shooting range and want to have a little bit of fun, I'll load it down and shoot through it. But I've never had any problems with this. But this thing was trouble from the get-go, and I'm just making this for you guys that may own a 225 or a P6, and anybody else that owns these Pro Mags. I want to show you something to watch out for. Now, this is my factory SIG magazine that comes with my P6, and let's see if I can't get it in angle there. I don't think I've got enough light right there, but it says P6, 9mm by 19. And if you notice how these factory magazines are made, they call them a zipper back style, which a lot of the SIG mags are. As you can see, the back there kind of looks like a zipper. This thing, I did replace the spring in this when I got it, because these are an older magazine. I did replace the spring. Haven't had a lick of problems out of it. Well, like I say, guys, I picked this up. Come in your normal Pro Mag magazine packaging here. SIG P225 9mm 10 rounds. So it is an extended magazine, and it does stick out of the gun a good little bit, which I'm not a real big fan of, especially with something on a single stack magazine. But I was willing to live with that for the fact that it was just for practicing purposes. So got the magazine out and loaded it up. Well, the very first time I ran it through the gun, instantly problems. And it just was obvious that something, I thought, I credit it to it being a new magazine, so I tried it again. Well, I'm going to throw in a little clip right here, and I want you guys to watch this and see what kind of problems I was having, and then I'm going to show you what was the cause of it. So I'm going to throw a short little clip in here. I think it's about 10 or 12 seconds, and let you see what was going on. Alright guys, as you can tell from that clip, I continuously kept having failure to feeds, and I was actually having to rack the slide to get it to feed the next round multiple times. And actually I ran it again and did the same thing. Well, the third time I went to put the, I loaded the magazine up and went to put it back in the firearm, in the SIG, it acted like it did not want to go. And it seemed like it was just I was having to absolutely just force it in, and I said, that something's not right. Well, as I started to look, see if I can get this on camera. As you can see, this is just a single seam magazine here, and it's just put together right here. Well, I noticed, and you can't really tell it when it's not loaded, and like I say, guys, sorry, I don't have a whole lot of light right here where I'm at. There's the seam there. And I'm going to put a few rounds in here, and guys, I don't have any firearms around me, so no big deal. But granted, this is a 10 round mag, but as you can tell, let's say I'm just going to put 5 in there, so we're going to put it at half capacity. There's 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so we got 5 rounds, half of what it calls for is a 10 round magazine. Now, I don't know if you can tell, because my camera's not the greatest in the world, but if you'll notice, right here, there's a gap. And what has happened is this magazine has actually started splitting right here. And of course, the more rounds you put in it, when you actually get it to 10 round full capacity for this magazine, there's actually a split in the seam right here of about 1/4 of an inch. And that was actually swelling out and not able to go into the firearm at that point. So, needless to say, this magazine is useless. 10 round magazine, you put 10 full rounds in it, you know, it's not going to function properly. And I even went to the fact I just put 8 rounds in it, tried using it, and still was having constant failure to feeds. So what is my point of this video? Guys, you know, if you own a firearm, stick to the factory mags. Like I say, guys, the only reason I bought this was because right now I'm having trouble finding the factory mags like this here, and as you can tell, these are all, you know, all metal, very well made, good construction on them, and they hold up for a really long time. So I'm going to keep trying with SIG and a couple other places and see if I can't get some brand new ones. And if I can't find those brand new ones, well, then I'm going to break down and go on Gunbroker and see if I can't find 2 or 3 used ones, and then I'll just replace the springs or the followers and whatnot, and go from there. But guys, you know, just be careful when you start using aftermarket magazines. Like I say, with the 1911, it's a little different. I know a lot of you guys have 1911s that have, you know, 15, 20 magazines, and they're all made by different people. And, you know, I think that's the one exception. All those are pretty well made, you know, on the higher end ones. Now, I'm not bashing Pro Mag by any means. Like I say, guys, I've had this 32 round magazine for my P95 since I've had the gun. I've never had 1 minute's trouble with it. But this one, I don't know if it's just, you know, it is constructed a little differently as far as where the seams go in it. This is all one piece here, except, of course, for the plate at the bottom. But this one here being 2-piece, it's just not going to hold up. So, needless to say, this is going back to the gun shop. The guy that owns the gun shop's a pretty nice guy. I have a feeling he'll take care of me on it. I don't know that I actually want another one of these magazines. If he won't give me my money back, then I'm just going to, you know, see if he'll give me some store credit and go from there. But guys, I just want to throw this up for you. So just be on the lookout for, you know, make sure to check your equipment out when you start using it. And hey, try to stick to those factory mags. So again, guys, just wanted to show you a short video on this. You guys take care, and I hope you're having a great day wherever you are. Thanks.